Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I have a really exciting video today. So not only will I be showing you a pattern for this cool multicolored bikini top, but I'm also teaming up with Yode Watches to offer a $180 giveaway to one of my subscribers towards one of these really cool wood watches. So just follow the link in the top of the description box to enter. It's open internationally, and even if you don't win the giveaway, they were kind enough to offer $25 off your purchase with a coupon code that I will also leave down below. They offer free worldwide shipping, and with Mother's and Father's Day coming up, I thought this would be a really awesome gift, and I am so in love with mine. So I will leave a link to the style of watch that I have, and all of the other giveaway info will be listed down below. So make sure you check it out because it's really cool. But yeah, so now let's get on to the tutorial. So for this project, I'm just going to be taking a weight for 100% cotton. This is a Sugar and Cream Lily brand yarn. And then for my hook, it's going to be a 4.5 millimeter hook. So I am choosing this light pale pink color for the cup, and then I am going to be doing the edging in just some scrap yarn that I have. I just thought it would be cool to be kind of like a multi-toned bikini top, but of course you could always choose any colors or just one color for this. So I'm going to get started by making a slip knot. If you are new to crochet, all you have to do is hold your yarn in a U, cross the tail underneath, and then with your two fingers you're going to reach through and grab the tail and then pull it through. And that's how you make a slip knot. So now I'm just going to pull that tight against my hook, and I'm going to get started with a chain of 13. The size that I'm making is a size small. Always measure it against yourself, but this is just a generic size A cup that I'm making. Once I have the 13, I'm going to block the last chain with my finger, and I'm going to chain an additional 2. Then I'm going to place a double crochet in the chain that we are holding with our finger. So all I'm going to do is wrap the yarn around the hook, go through that chain that you're holding, yarn over, pull through. You'll have 3 left on your hook. You're going to yarn over, pull through 2, yarn over, pull through 2, and that is how you do a double crochet. We're going to repeat that in every single chain down the row. So you're going to be placing 1 double crochet in every chain. So now I have reached the last chain in the row. We are going to be placing a total of 3 double crochets in this very last chain. So once you have a total of 3 double crochets in your last chain, then you're just going to chain 1. And then in the same exact chain, we are going to be placing 3 more double crochets. So once we have turned the corner, we should have 3 double crochets in the first half of this chain, a chain 1, and then 3 double crochets. So now we are going to be working along the back side of the row, placing 1 double crochet in every chain. It is a little bit trickier to see the chains on the backs of the row, but you're just going through these, the tops of just the tops of the chain right there. So now I've reached the end of the row, and you just want to make sure that you are chaining in every single chain. So as you can see, this is the last chain of the row, and then the very next chain is vertical. So they kind of, you'll be able to tell it's the very last chain because it is the very corner chain before this half of the bikini, and I hope that makes sense. But basically you just want to make sure that you are chaining in every chain so that the bikini the bottom of the bikini top lays flat and straight and it doesn't curve up. So now we are going to start on round 2 or row 2. So all you're going to do is chain 2, flip over your work, and then we are going to be placing a double crochet in this very first chain that is attached to your chain 2. And the reason we're doing this is so that it also does not curve the bottom of your bikini top and it stays flat. So then I'm just going to go along through each chain, and I'm going to be placing 1 double crochet in every chain. So once I've reached the first half of the turn, this is the 3 double crochets in the space beneath it. We're just going to be placing 1 double crochet in each chain. So now we've reached the top and there is our chain 1 space. So inside of this chain 1 space, we are going to be placing 2 double crochets just straight through that entire space. And then after the 2 double crochets, I'm just going to chain 1 and then go right back in that space and place 2 more double crochets. So then once you finish that, you are going to continue chaining in the tops of each chain beneath it. So placing 1 double crochet in every chain, going back down the other side of your bikini top. So once you've reached the end, that completes row 2. And then again, we're just going to chain 2 to begin the next row, flip over your work, and then we are going to be placing our first chain in this very first, we're going to be placing our first double crochet in the very first chain that's attached to the chain 2. And then just like the previous row, we are going to be placing 1 double crochet in every chain until we reach the chain 1 space at the very top. So once I've reached the chain 1 space beneath it, then I'm going to again be placing 2 double crochets, chain 1, and then 2 more double crochets. And then we're back to placing 1 double crochet in each chain, going back down. So once you are finished with that, then I'm just going to be repeating that same pattern for the next 2 rows. So this is basically just going to fill out your bikini top. If you need it to be larger, then continue that pattern. I'm making a size small, so I'm probably only going to do 2 more rows, and then I'm going to start on the design along the outside as well as changing my yarn. So I'm just going to do 2 rows of what the exact same pattern we've just been doing, and then I will come back. So now I did just finish 1 more row, so I have a total of 4 rows. I'm gonna start on the pattern for the outside of the bikini top. If you need more coverage, of course, just continue that pattern until it's large enough to cover you all the way. I'm just gonna stop there. So then all I'm going to do is for the first row of design, I'm going to chain a total of 4. Then I'm going to skip the very first chain. So we have been chaining in this one, but we're going to ignore that for now. We're going to skip the first chain of the row and place a double crochet in the second. So now I'm just creating little loops. So I'm going to chain one, skip the very next chain, place a double crochet in the chain after. So again, chain one, prepare for a double crochet, skip the very next chain, put it in the chain after. And that is going to be the pattern for this row. And you're just going to continue that evenly, even when we reach the top. So just continue skipping one, placing one double crochet until you make it all the way back to the other side. Once I've finished with that first row of pattern, then I'm going to chain one, flip over my work, and then I'm going to do a row of single crochets. So all I'm going to do is go right through this very first space, yarn over, pull through that space, yarn over, pull through the two loops on my hook. And then through this chain, I'm going to go through the very top of it, just straight through, yarn over, pull through, yarn over, pull through two. So these are single crochets. So I'm just going to alternate between putting a single crochet through this whole loop and then putting it through the top of the double crochet beneath it. And continue that until you reach the top triangle. So now that I've reached the top of my cup, all I'm going to do differently is I place a single crochet in this first corner of the triangle. Then I'm just going to go through the center of the triangle, and I'm going to be placing 3 single crochets through this space, and then place another single crochet in the top of the next double crochet. And then I'm just going to continue alternating between placing 1 single crochet through the loop and 1 single crochet through the top chain of the double crochet. So then just continue this pattern working down till the end of your row. So now that I've reached the end of the row, I am going to be changing my yarn color to do the final row of edging. This is optional, you do not have to change your yarn color, but I just think that it would look cute. So all you have to do to switch the yarn is I still have my working yarn loop through onto my hook. I'm going to take the new yarn that I want to work, and I'm just going to place it over my hook and then pull through the working yarn. So I'm just going to cut my previous working yarn, and now I have my new working yarn. I'm just going to go ahead and lightly tie these together. I am going to just weave it in afterwards, but for right now I'm just going to loosely give it a double knot so that it doesn't unravel while I'm starting my new working yarn. So then I'm just going to flip over my work, now I'm just going to go straight through the very first chain with my hook, pull through, then I'm going to pull through both of the loops on my hook, and now I'm ready to begin the row. So all I'm going to do is chain 2 and then go through the very next chain with a single crochet. Go through the very next chain with a single crochet, and then I'm going to chain 3. I'm just going to go through the very next chain, place a single crochet. In the next chain, I'm going to place 1 regular single crochet. Then I'm going to chain 3, go through the next one. So this is just creating a little like kind of bubble edging around the outside of my bikini top. So I'm just going to continue this until I reach the top triangle. So through the top, you are just continuing the same pattern. So we have 3 single crochets in the chain beneath it. So the very top loop should fall right in the middle of the 3 single crochets. So it should still be pretty even. We're not adding any additional chains for the top turn just because it's the edging, so we don't really need to. But anyway, so I'm just going to continue this pattern all the way around until I reach the very end. So then once you're done with your row of edging, then all I'm going to do is just cut off the working yarn over and pull through just to knot it. And then just repeat this process one more time. We're going to be making one more of these, and then I'm going to be doing edging along the bottom to connect them together. So just create one more cup exactly how we did the first one, and I'm going to come back once I've finished. So now that I've finished the second cup, all I'm going to do is I did cut it and tie it off. That's optional. You could have just continued it along, but it doesn't matter. I'm just going to reattach my yarn. So all I'm going to do is I'm going to chain 3, and then there's not going to be any definitive chains. You're gonna be crocheting into the sides of the double crochets. So all I'm going to do is skip over this first double crochet and place a double crochet on this large hole. Then I'm just going to chain 1 and skip over to the next little space and place a double crochet. So it doesn't matter exactly where you are placing these, just as long as they are slightly spaced apart. So I'm just going to go through the whole chain there. Chain 1, place my next one. Chain 1, place my next one. So I'm just going to be continuing this until I reach the end. Now that I'm at the end of the first cup, and as you can see where I put my last chain, it kind of doesn't hide this very well, so I'm just going to put in one more double crochet just at the very corner. Then I'm going to be chaining 2, and then I'm just going to take my next cup and I'm going to go straight into that side with a double crochet. So I'm just going to place it through the very corner, chain 1, and then continue that where I'm placing a double crochet, chaining 1, placing another double crochet, so now that I've reached the end, all I'm going to do is chain 2, and then I'm going to go back along placing double crochets. So I'm going to just do one more row of just plain double crochets just so that this bottom strap is a little bit thicker. So I'm going to be going through the entire space and then a double crochet through the top of the double crochet beneath it. So I'm placing one double crochet in basically every space in this row. So once I've reached the middle space, these are going to be too tricky to actually crochet through, so I'm just going to place 2 double crochets just through this, just going under it, really. And then now that you've done 2, you can go back into the actual chain. So now that I have reached the end of my rows of double crochets, I'm just going to continue this off and do the side chain. So this can be as long or as short as you want it to be. So once you're done with the first strap, then all you're going to do is just reattach your yarn on the ends of each corner and repeat that same process of just chaining out for as long as you want, and then cutting and tying it, and then you're basically done with the bikini top. Let's see, if this is a little too revealing, you can totally attach your string here, chain across, reattach, chain across, reattach, chain across, reattach, and then do that for as long as you want to cover it up. I might go ahead and add more of that. I'm not going to show it because it's pretty self-explanatory how to chain and attach with slip stitches across. But yeah, so this is the finished bikini. Well, I'm just gonna go ahead and attach all of the straps. So yeah, I guess that is it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, just leave them down below in the comments. Make sure you enter the giveaway, and as always, thank you guys so much for watching.